So overall, what do you think is the biggest issue when it comes to like budgeting certain policies or finding like the monetary incentive and balancing that with like still having an affordable, way of life for most Americans?
Well, and look, I agree with Seth. I think affordability is really key. Access to just basic freedoms and rights like healthcare, et cetera, is really key for Connecticut residents, and we have to figure out a better way to provide that for them. As the vice chair of the Appropriations Committee, we have a $56.5 billion budget, which almost more than a quarter comes from the federal government. And so if we lose that, we're going to be in pretty tough shape. We're in strong financial shape in terms of our rainy day fund, paying down our pension debts. But the issue that we have is our spending. The things that, if you ask me, I think I would spend more on certain things to ensure that people who are going to lose their health care, people who aren't eating in wealthy suburbs, and if the people in wealthy suburbs aren't eating, they're definitely not eating in Naugatuck or in other parts of the state. Those are all concerns. It's concerning for me, and Seth alluded to this, that we do have full-time jobs outside the legislature. You go to my district has some of the wealthiest parts of the state in that one district, but some of the poorest parts of the city of Stamford in that same district. And a house can vary from anywhere between $5 million to over $500,000 for a condo. It's really impossible for people to be able to, one, pay for transportation, food, rent, childcare, student loans, and then still figure out a way to still, figure out how to buy a home. It's impossible. However, when we think about the budgeting pieces of that, we have got to give more money on the ground to nonprofits. We've got to put more money into higher education, into our universities, and also put more money back into the pockets. So if there are tax credits that we can give back to people, sometimes they notice it, sometimes they don't. But if there's more way for people to fill it back in their pockets when they're not filling it on the federal level, I think that's a good win for Republicans and Democrats and for Connecticut residents.
Wow, yeah, absolutely.
Sorry.
No, absolutely. If you've got anything you'd like to share about that as well, yeah.
See, this is what comes back to, I think we all want the same thing and maybe have a different avenue approach to get there. As I agree with what he said, my thinking would be, I'd rather just take less from you to start so you have more money in your pocket to spend as you want. So there sometimes is a tendency to use government to fix a problem. Whereas I believe, well, maybe if we just took less from you to start, maybe it would be easier for you to afford rent or housing or all those things we talk about. So, I'm in real estate outside of, that's the other thing, we're part-time legislature. We all have real jobs too. I'm in real estate. So I see every day the cost of buying a house. And I think about college students now, my gosh, how scary it must be to think about graduating now and trying to achieve your American dream and buy your house. Is that attainable? And I think it's unfortunate that we even have to ask that question at this stage. So to me, doing what I can legislatively, policy-wise, to best promote affordability and lower costs for residents and property taxes and loans. And it's a whole, again, could be policy differences, but in the end, we do want the same thing.
We both want to get rid of property taxes on cars.
Car tax,
that's get rid of. I'm all for that.